Hello, and welcome to the Codex Prime podcast. We are on episode 113, and it is Tuesday, March 20th, 2018. I am your host, Victor Omoyo, and with me, as always, is my co-host and social media chair, Carl Bird.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Yes, we are back. Last week, we had to cancel because of last week's snowstorm.
Boo!
Yep, that New England weather in full effect. No, the beehive did not summon said snowstorm. So, but we are back once again, just a day before the next snowstorm.
Yes, and today's the first day of spring.
Indeed, that's Rhode Island for you, and that's New England pretty much. But yeah, we are back. Our main topic, as you can see, for those joining us on the Facebook Live, where it's going to be talking about season 2 of Jessica Jones.
As a matter of fact, what's up, Kyle?
Hey, what's up, Kyle? Thank you for joining us on the chat. We also have a couple of things to talk about besides our spoiler-filled review of season 2 of Jessica Jones. We'll be getting into some things like what we've been up to recently, as well as a little bit of wrestling talk, specifically last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. Yes. So with all that, I just wanted to make a slight correction before we start. 2 weeks ago, we had our episode called Unpopular Opinions. Mm-hmm. I made the point that the NFL is a nonprofit organization, or is considered a nonprofit. That's mostly false. The NFL is not really considered a nonprofit organization, although if you ask me, I think they make way too much money, and I think their funding should be cut down by 2/3. That's just my opinion, because I think football is too stressed way too much.
You hate sports.
Well,
football number one, but you hate sports.
Well, I think hate is a strong word. I dislike the emphasis that sports has on our culture, and I think that in a just society, athletes should be paid at the most $100,000 a year.
Just for the record, have you if you're ever saying just this country, you haven't watched an international soccer game, English Premier League. Soccer fans are worse.
That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's not just the U.S.
I know.
It's worse overseas. Soccer matches, solve political issues overseas.
Or cause them.
That too.
Yeah. But yeah, football is trash. But let's talk about some things we've been up to. Starting with you, Carl. What have you been up to this past week?
Okay, well, I've been watching Jessica Jones season 2, so we're gonna get into that later on, because I got some Easter eggs for y'all.
Right.
This Sunday, it was actually my friend Christina's birthday, so happy birthday to her. And she decided to celebrate her birthday party at the Freak Play Arcade and Bar, located in downtown Providence.
Nice.
And I didn't want to leave.
Really?
You have no idea how hard it was to leave. Because first of all, it's all you got to do is just pay a cover charge. Mm-hmm. And tons of classic arcade machines, all free.
All free?
All free. You just press start and just go to town.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a bar too.
Nice.
So, yeah. Oh, Kyle says I'm frequent there.
Okay.
So, it was so fun. So, I mean, I go in there, I'm saying hi to Christine, Jen and I, and then she wants to stay and talk, and I'm just shaking. I'm getting the shakes. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what do I play first? He's like, well, Hollis is around here. I'll catch him later. I'm like, yeah, I'm just I can't do it. I'm going to play a game. Mm-hmm. So I started off with the old school X-Men beat 'em up arcade.
Ah, classic.
Oh my God. I'm still beasting on it. And mainly I never beat that game simply because I always ran out of quarters.
Yeah.
Come to think about it, I don't think I ever beat any of those games except for Mortal Kombat 2, which I'll get into later on. But yeah, I don't think I beat any of those games because of the simple fact that I ran out of quarters. So and there was always I always played them at the corner stores.
Yep.
So there was always like a whole line of people, waiting to kick my ass there. And that too, I always got my ass kicked. So then, I got to playing that. Jen and I played the Simpsons beat 'em up game.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, I was always Marge.
Really?
Oh yeah, I thought Marge was the best character.
Really? Because of the vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got more range with the vacuum cleaner.
Oh, that's right. You did.
So, so I got that. Jen and I played that for a little bit. So, and then she wanted to play something else she was more familiar with. So we played some air hockey. I let her win.
You let her win?
I let her win.
Shame.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. You got to earn your victories.
Exactly. But I beat her. I beat the bricks off her skee ball.
Nice.
Like, she wasn't getting that off me. So, yeah, she played. Oh, and she played Pac-Man.
Of course.
Yeah. But I'm sitting there trying to like share at the same time. So what was I doing? So then I came across Mortal Kombat 2. So I'm like, oh, boom, just pretty much ran to it.
Mm-hmm.
So I started playing. So she's in there like, oh yeah, you gonna play this the whole night? I'm like, no, I'll play till I lose.
Mm-hmm.
Did a couple of played a couple of matches.
Yep.
So I lost, it was like, all right, whatever. So I'm getting ready to walk back to where everybody was at.
Yeah.
And then I saw Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, yep, nope. Boom. Hopped on it. I was talking to one of the co-workers there while I was playing. So then Harlow's, Christina's boyfriend, like just sees me playing this and just finally somebody I can play this with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh yeah, let's on. Now you done interrupted my game while I'm beasting right now. Yeah, it's on. Let's go.
Yeah.
And like we went at it. Like she took a Snapchat picture, and like you can see how serious it was. Like it was an '80s theme, so I wore like, my Thriller jacket from like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like the jacket came off.
Wow.
Jacket came off, and like right now we're even because I had to leave and go to work. Sadly.
Yeah.
There's great competition on fighting games in the barcade. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. And I was just like, it was so hard to leave. I was like drinking hand, and I was just like drinking hand, playing arcade machines. Carpet tunnel, well worth it.
Oh, nice.
Oh my God, my wrist was all jacked up.
Man.
Worth it though.
Man, how come I haven't heard of this place?
Because you don't go out.
That's right, I don't. But well, I go out a little more. But I'm gonna check out this place for sure because it's been many years since I've played an arcade game. Many years.
Same with me.
Yeah, and like, did it have any like relatively recent ones? Recent as in like at least like early 2000s, mid 2000s.
I think the most recent one that I think it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I believe.
Okay.
Wasn't that 2000?
I think it was 2000.
Yeah. Okay. Too bad. You're trash. Oh.
Oh wait.
Oh, they also have and they was telling me they also have like console tournaments too as well.
Okay. Nice. So like sort of fighting game tournaments like Tekken and all that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, I saw Tekken 3D. I was about to get to it, but I was like, she's gonna get me mad.
Oh man.
We had to sing happy birthday and stuff.
Yeah, that's not fun.
I mean, it was cool. It was definitely it was Dance Revolution's there too.
Oh, cool. I remember that game.
I sucked in that game. Level 1 and then nope.
Yeah, I was no pro at it either, but I had fun playing it. Remember there was a DDR game at the URI campus when I was there.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember shout out to my boy Lamont. He would like play that Dave and Buster's for hours.
Wow.
Like we knew where he was at. Like, yeah, I went to Dave and Buster's. You see Lamont? Yep.
Yeah, it's a good workout too.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so Free Play Arcade, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it's in downtown Providence?
Downtown 182 Pine Street.
Okay.
I want to say it's definitely Pine Street, but I do want to say 182.
Okay. Nice. I will definitely make it a point to go there ASAP.
Trust me, you ain't gonna want to leave.
How much is the cover charge?
I don't even remember. We was part of the VIP, so we didn't pay anything.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's
But
not
I don't
much.
think it's not a lot. I think it's probably like $10.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even have to carry a roll of quarters.
Nope.
What? Nice.
Nope. Just press start and go.
I like that.
Yeah. And it looks like I see a little a little Tekken challenge between Quincy Thomas and Kyle Chapman on the on the in the chat.
Yep.
What you gonna say, Kyle? You gonna answer the challenge?
Oh man, there's them's fighting words. Oh, speaking of challenges, I think they're both part of the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare group, right?
Right.
So
I don't think Quincy is.
oh, okay. Well, because I was gonna say, maybe we can make a little bet to see who can win certain matches at WrestleMania. Nah, I don't think so.
When you start gambling.
Nah, I'm not a gambling man. Although I will propose one bet on the table for the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare group. How fast will the Undertaker get gassed?
I knew it. No, shut up. Don't even say it.
How fast will he get gassed in his match against John Cena? Will it be 2 minutes? 3 minutes? I say a minute and a half. That's my bet right there.
If they put on a classic, I get to kick you in the balls.
Hell no, you ain't doing that. Although I will say, like, with the rumors of Undertaker coming back as the American Badass with Kid Rock being there.
It's so possible, but I don't want it to happen. It's like when Stone Cold comes out and does his thing, and it's just like you're Steve Williams. Mm-hmm. I think he legally changed his name to Steve Austin though.
Yeah, he did.
So yeah, you're Steve Austin playing Stone Cold in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nowadays it's when The Rock makes his appearance, it's Dwayne Johnson playing The Rock.
Yeah, that's true. And as far as the Undertaker gas challenge, Kyle says 5 minutes. Mighty generous, sir. Mighty generous.
I'm telling you, if you put on a classic, man, I can't wait to shut everybody up. And wins.
Although I will say, like, if Undertaker loses, does this mean that he retires the American Badass character and then comes back at WrestleMania 35 as Mean Mark Callis? Because that would be hilarious to me. Oh man.
Oh, this challenge is odd.
Okay.
Apparently.
All right, they're putting some fighting words down in the chat. But anything else you've been up to over the week?
None. Just still watching The Office till I go to sleep.
Okay.
That show was so fun. I'm really upset with myself that I did not watch this when it was on the air.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen a couple of episodes. I dig it. It is pretty funny. It's the U.S. version.
Yeah,
right?
the U.S. version.
Yeah.
I don't think the UK version's on Netflix.
No, I don't believe so. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As for me, did a few things. Last Friday, I went to New York City. Little day trip with Monet.
Well, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, we had a nice day trip. Got to walk around downtown New York. Got to do a little window shopping. It was pretty cool, and had some cool New York eats.
Please tell me you ate something that will give you like a case of something bad.
Nah, we did.
Oh, what the hell? You didn't live.
Now, there was this really nice vegan restaurant.
Oh, yeah, okay. You know what? I'm not going to knock it.
Yo, don't knock vegan food. Yo, those vegan sandwiches were very filling. Very filling.
Sure.
Yeah, you have not lived until you try a black bean burger from Julian's on Broadway in Providence. It's beautiful.
A black bean burger?
Yes, with avocado, onions, tomatoes.
You already shut it down. You already shut it down for me.
What?
I'm not an avocado fan.
All right, take out the avocado. It's still good. Yeah, telling you, son. But yeah, thank you, Eddie. It is cute. But
he also says if he returns just to lose to Cena, we need to riot. I agree.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want my boy to lose.
I mean,
but Cena did come up in his promo. Mm-hmm. He actually did something. He actually said something that hit me.
What did he say?
As long as there's a WWE, there is an Undertaker.
I mean, conceptually, yes.
Yeah. So I was like, wow. As a fan, I was like, wow, that was deep.
Yeah.
That was deep.
I mean, in the sense that Undertaker will always be a part of the history. And
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's an institution for sure. But
never left during the Monday Night Wars.
He did not. No. But you know, I gotta say, Undertaker, he's one of those legends that just doesn't know when to quit. You know
what it is? It's probably not even him.
You don't think so?
No, it's probably because now it's like he's an attraction. Because like whenever like he does come out, like you get caught up in the moment. You get caught up in the moment,
right? I admit,
like with the the entrances, the light, the lights going off, the fog, and all that. You just get the music. You get so caught up in the moment where people just want to relive those moments over and over and over again.
Yeah,
and he's just at this point like he's just an attraction.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he definitely is. Like people enjoyed like the aura that he brings.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I give him that. But although I will say like, watching Undertaker's last few matches in the last few years, it's like watching a real life version of Randy the Ram Robinson from The Wrestler. I don't want to see him like get a heart attack.
30. Okay. 30 was when he wrestled concussed and stuff, so that was awful.
Yep.
31 was basic.
Yeah, like a palate cleanser.
It was a palate cleanser, a tune-up.
Yeah.
32 was cool.
Yeah, it was more building up to Shane jumping off.
The
cage.
Yeah, it was more for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Vince and Triple H. They won't let the man rest.
No, that's
So and then 33 was just god awful.
Yeah, 33 was a bad.
So
terrible
it's like,
main
in a
event.
way, I can understand why he wants to come back because he's like, okay, that match sucked, and I don't want to be remembered for that as my last match.
Yeah.
But it was just that for me. It was just that moment at the end.
Yeah, when he laid down the hat and
like
the coat.
you could not, like that was just like the symbol of it. Mm-hmm. And just like the feel of the whole thing, like I remember last year I watched it right sitting on that chair over there. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, wow, I'm really watching this. Mm-hmm. Like I felt that. I even saw they panned to the audience. I saw a woman saying like, oh my god, this is really sad. Like everybody felt it. People were crying.
Yeah, man.
I think that the last time I saw that many people cry was Eddie. Well, Eddie Guerrero was kind of more because he died.
Yeah.
And there was not a dry eye in that audience.
Oh, no.
Quick fact. Sasha Banks was in that audience.
Oh, she was?
Yeah.
Wow.
She was in that arena.
Man. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see how their match plays out. And we still have yet to hear from the dead
there's
man.
no answer. So it's like,
I mean, let him come out as the American badass / Big Evil Undertaker. I know fans are divided among that version, but you know what? I think he retired the dead man character, so technically he still has the badass character and Mean Mark Callis in the bag. So there's that.
Please don't do Mean Mark Callis. Oh God, like that was.
Oh man,
I don't even like it when he's the Undertaker and he cuts his hair.
Yeah, into that.
Like I never liked short hair Taker. Still was a fan, but I just didn't agree on that look.
Yeah. But we'll see. But we'll talk a bit about wrestling in a minute.
Go ahead, because I know you've been up to like much more stuff.
Yeah, I also finally beat Final Fantasy 15.
Get the fuck out of it.
Yes, I did.
Hopefully, when I decide to freaking go back and start playing Horizon Zero Dawn, I can get that satisfaction.
Yeah, 65 hours in.
Jesus.
I beat the game. I mean, I will say, like, in terms of gameplay, it's like if strictly on gameplay terms, it's an excellent game, Final Fantasy game. In terms of like the engine, like the intuitive action gameplay elements, the weapon systems, and all that, the magic systems. The story is still terrible.
Terrible?
Not like terrible in the sense that like it had the elements, it had the pieces of an interesting story, but it just never came together. Especially like when you play the main story, when you reach like chapter 8, like the storyline is just like rushing through all the developments, and there are certain things that happen where it's like, wait a minute, there's like a scene, there's like maybe 2 scenes missing. I don't know why this is happening, and like the main storyline is very underdeveloped, and I think it partially has to do with the fact that to get the complete main story, like you had to have watched the Kingsglaive movie, which is a setup movie, the prequel movie to the game, Final Fantasy 15, and then you have to like play the DLC packages with 2 of your other party members, Gladio and Prompto, to get the complete ending, to get the complete story of what happened to them. And it's like, yeah, man, it's like playing this game. It's like the gameplay version of like bullshitting your way through like an oral book report in front of the class. Like there's certain parts that you're missing, and you're just like winging it, and like you kind of get the gist, but it's like, yeah, clearly you didn't do your complete homework. So I was a little let down by the story.
In other words, you're given a book report on some work that you copied.
Either that or like something that you read the summary, literally read the summary in a couple pages.
What was it, sparknotes.com?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it kind of felt like.
I bet you never let anybody copy your homework, huh?
I did not.
I knew it. You was that guy. You was that guy.
I was that guy in school. Like I always told, other people who try to copy off me or like, oh, can I borrow your notes? Nah. You gotta work for your grade. I did it.
Some people had like notes missing and stuff, and they're just like, yo, can I borrow your notes? I kind of have like this missing.
Oh, I never was asked that, so
okay. Well, probably because they knew your stingy ass wasn't giving.
Probably so. But I earned my grades, so can you. That was my logic. But
was you a straight A student?
No, I was not a straight A student.
Did you get anything below a C?
Yeah, a few times.
Have you actually gotten an F?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I did get an F, man. I got an F. It was freshman year, first semester of college in pre-calculus. That's my great shame.
Oh, yeah. Listen, that's pre-calculus. That is common. You are okay. You're okay. All right.
Yeah.
Listen. I went to summer school for geometry and algebra 2.
Damn. Did you pass them eventually?
Yeah, with C's. Actually, hold on. Geometry was definitely with a C that I worked for.
Yeah.
And algebra 2, first of all, the teachers decided to start teaching us trig. Mm-hmm. There was no way in hell like I was passing trig. Yeah. So luckily, the teacher who taught in Narragansett, and he lived in Narragansett, his car like died.
Oh man.
So he basically missed like the last few days of class. Mm-hmm. So then he finally actually like made it, and he was like, you know what? Because it's my fault, everybody gets a C.
Wow.
Except for the kids who are actually like passing. Mm-hmm. He gave them A's.
Oh wow, good for him. Yeah.
But the more struggling ones, he just gave everybody C's.
Wow. Okay.
And I said, you know what? I am done. I got my credits. I am so done. I was done with any math classes. They're like, oh, would you like to take pre-calculus? Nope. Yeah. Nope. I was short of science credits, so I said, you know what? I'll take physics and chemistry at the same time.
How'd you do in those?
I actually kind of breezed through chemistry because, like, this is so weird. My chemistry teacher, like, he actually had a heart attack.
Oh man.
Like in the first, at the beginning of the school year, so I missed a lot. So he like missed a lot of it. So we had a whole bunch of substitute teachers. So then when he actually like came back, the class was actually like rather easier than we thought.
Yeah.
So I managed to like get by with like a C+.
Okay. Nice.
And physics, the teacher was a dick. So you kind of had to pass that one.
Yeah.
So I at least got to pass that one with a B minus.
Okay. All right. At least you earned.
Yeah. Oh my God. Everybody thought I was crazy. Like, you're taking chemistry and physics. I'm like, but it's not as bad as you think with my situation. Like,
well, you lucked out.
Like literally, as a matter of fact, yeah. Other than physics, hell, my biology teacher in ninth grade got real sick, and she just never showed. We didn't have a biology teacher until like fourth quarter.
Wow. What?
We just had nothing but substitute teachers. As a matter of fact, Furman can confirm this. This was actually the class that I met, friend of the show, Furman. Mm-hmm. Like, this is how... That's how I met him, and he can confirm we never had, like, a permanent teacher in that class.
So what did y'all do for assignments?
Not a damn thing. Not until, like, fourth quarter. We just, like... did just basic shit, and I got a B+ in it.
What?
It was so insane. It's freaking funny when you look back at it.
What high school did you go to?
Hope.
Oh, that explains it.
Mount ain't no different.
Listen, Pleasant. Well, Mount Pleasant had its fair share of dubious things, but still, for the most part, we weren't Hope. And that was our solace.
Hope was cool. I had a great time in Hope.
Wow. Wow. The state of public education back in the early 2000s.
Oh my God, 98.
98. Okay. Yeah. Man.
Well, at least for my freshman year.
Mm. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah. Hopefully times have changed, man.
Welcome to Hope High, Kyle.
Wow. Man. But yeah, Final Fantasy 15. Like I said, would I recommend it? Yes and no. I would recommend getting it on a sale. I know right now there's the Royal Edition that came out, which has all the DLC. So if you're really curious about the game, you might as well get that. But just know that you're getting an excellent RPG in terms of its gameplay, and the side quests are fun. But in terms of a story and characters that you care about, yeah, Final Fantasy 15 is lacking in that department. But if you just care strictly about the gameplay, then yeah, it is worth playing. So yeah, that's my take on Final 15.
Now, was you always a Final Fantasy fan?
For the most part, yeah. I started getting into it seriously with Final Fantasy 10 and then 12. Because I never owned a PlayStation 1, so I only played Final Fantasy 7. Like I only made it to the second disc, and that was it. So I never.
So you went from like Super Nintendo to 64, and then
like from Super Nintendo to PS2.
That's a huge jump.
Yeah, and I never finished Final Fantasy 3 for the Super NES, which I hear is a really good game.
You never? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you would at least got 7 since PS2 was backwards compatible.
Yeah, I just never got around to it. I mean, I could still buy it off the PlayStation Store, just so I can say that I played and finished the game. But I hear in some ways 8 is better, but I might play that eventually too, and 9.
Yeah, but you know what I think? I think it was because like Cloud was like such a memorable character.
Yeah.
That like 7 stands out the most as like probably one of the best Final Fantasies ever.
Oh yeah, and I'm not too keen on the remake though.
I don't think anybody is.
Yeah,
I have not heard shit about the remake.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be like episodic, like they're breaking that game piecemeal, selling it by the episode, quote unquote.
Oh, okay, that's just Square Enix being greedy.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's it's pretty much it on my end. Not much new. We got some new stuff to talk about though with news and headlines.
Let's get it.
Yeah, first off, we got that beautiful trailer, the official trailer for Avengers Infinity War coming out April 27th.
Yeah.
Yo, Thanos. Man, I expect to see some death and destruction.
Yeah, you see freaking Thor getting his head crushed?
Yup. I saw that. So I think Thor's going to go, him or Loki.
You was salivating, wasn't you?
I was.
I think you know what it is. I think with Infinity Wars, this Infinity Wars coming up, that we're going to get some not so important characters getting killed off. Like, I know I'm probably going to get like cussed out for this. Like probably Scarlet Witch is going to get caught. Not Scarlet. Yeah, Scarlet Witch or Hawkeye.
Yeah, with Hawkeye, interestingly, I don't think he's even on the poster or in the trailers at all. So
I haven't seen it, but he's definitely in it.
Yeah.
I mean, he broke both of his arms. Huh? He better be in it.
Yeah.
And then the major death will be in next year's movie.
I think they'll have one major death here because I think there was a scene where Captain America is directly squaring off against Thanos, and I think Thanos is going to kill him.
I think we're gonna say bye to Nebula, possibly because I think she does die, like eventually in the comics.
Yeah, either her or not. I was going to say Gamora, but no, they have Guardians 3 coming out. And speaking of the Guardians,
the Guardians of the Galaxy always change. They did change their lineup many times, so
yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah, and speaking of the Guardians, there was a scene with Peter Quill finally meeting Tony Stark, and it's like snarky douchebag needs snarkier douchebag. It's like, oh, I like your plan, except it sucks. So let's do my plan, so that way it could be good.
Vision's gonna get got.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh, absolutely. That's Soul Gem.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But then he turns like human.
Yeah, he gets like a human body.
Form, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe there's something. Maybe there's some more to that.
And that's what I love about Marvel. John Aponic, I hope you're listening, because it's like, okay, with the BVS trailer, we got the whole plot except for Martha.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like they gave us everything. Infinity Wars. This is what, the third trailer that came out?
Second. Yeah.
Second or third trailer.
Yeah.
And we still don't know what's gonna happen.
No. And this one's actually going to be the longest Avengers film to date.
Yeah, it's gonna be like what, 3 hours?
Almost. It's like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
3 hours.
Yeah. And from what I hear, rumors is going to be primarily from Thanos' perspective, from what I hear, and then the fourth one will be from the hero's perspective.
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
It's gonna beast.
It is.
It's gonna beast. Marvel Studios and / Disney will make that $500 million back.
Yep. It might even gross $1 billion, much like Black Panther did.
Yes.
Worldwide. Yes. Boom.
That was the weakest high five. Damn.
Yes. Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Boom. There
Okay,
you go.
here's the trick to high fives. Look at my elbow.
I didn't miss.
Yeah, you never miss.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Infinity War. I fully expect to see death and destruction, tears in the eyes of children and other
Here he
viewers.
goes with his freaking evil ways. Go ahead.
I want to see these heroes brutally beaten, victimized, and conquered by the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar.
You're off topic.
What?
We're talking about Marvel.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, Thanos. Yeah, Brock Thanos. But yeah, April 27th, man, we're going to have a full-on review. I can't wait for it, man. Between that, Deadpool 2, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Guess Solo?
I'll movie past that. Well, actually, no, wait. I can't movie past that because it's a Disney production, so I can't use Movie Pass for the first 4 weeks of a Disney movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because Disney clamped down.
Oh,
Yeah, so
hurt.
yeah, so I couldn't use my Movie Pass to see Black Panther a second time. So because like the rules are like after 4 weeks, that's when you can use your Movie Pass for Disney films. Yeah, so that way they can maximize their profits. I see you, Disney. So yeah, I unfortunately will have to pay out of pocket to see Solo, so I can review it on the podcast.
Why not? Why not?
But yeah, Infinity War, man, I can't wait, dude. I mean, yes, this is what we've been waiting for, the 19th Marvel film, and I want to see some death. I want to see some real change, some real seriousness, and I hope Marvel pulls back on the whole bathos thing. You don't have to include a bunch of unnecessary jokes to undercut the drama like Thor Ragnarok. No. We need it to be serious. Serious. We don't, maybe not Dark Knight serious, but serious enough that it has weight and consequences and repercussions.
Well, it's not going to be the final chapter of the Infinity War, so I mean,
Right. Like the first part.
I think it'll end on a sad note.
I hope so.
I wonder if they're gonna bring. I wonder if they're gonna bring any like new heroes in.
Yeah, like Riri Williams or Miles Morales.
Reed Richards.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four and the X-Men. Maybe they could be the next phase of the MCU. Maybe.
I heard that actually. Maybe it's just, I'm not sure. It was just a rumor I came across because the internet. You don't know what to believe nowadays.
Yeah.
But they are like looking to start casting Reed Richards.
Okay. Well, the MCU will definitely get it right this time. That's for sure.
They will.
Yeah. So yeah, Infinity War. Yeah, April 27th, man. And we got some other news here on the comics front. Ava DuVernay, the director of A Wrinkle in Time, she's going to be helming a DCEU film called New Gods. The New Gods, they are based on Jack Kirby's iconic creations. And the characters live in a realm outside normal space and time called the Fourth World, occupying twin planets named New Genesis and Apocalypse, which I believe is the home of Darkseid.
Okay.
Yep. And while New Genesis is a utopia ruled by the High Father, Apocalypse is a fiery, mechanical hellscape ruled, of course, by Darkseid, who has yet to be seen in the DCEU. And the New Gods also features other characters like Orion, Big Barda, Mr. Miracle, which I hear his comic is really good, Metron, Glorious Godfrey, and many others. Yeah, you know what? Hey, you know, I even though like A Wrinkle in Time's gotten mixed reviews at best, to see Ava DuVernay helm a DCEU film, hopefully this will be a not terrible one.
Maybe. I mean, she just did Disney.
Yep.
Let me see. When did they announce this?
I think they announced it just recently, just last week. The New Gods.
6 months and then Disney will pull it right back.
Or
6 months.
Or I will say 6 months until Ava DuVernay decides to quit, and then like DC will hire like 3 more directors, and they all quit. Then they settle on a no-name one to get it over with. Your laptop screen is spazzing out.
Yeah, it is. But it's still coming in, I guess.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? I'm glad that Ava DuVernay is getting more big budget work.
Good for her.
Yeah, we need more talented black filmmakers at the helm. So yeah, there's that. Speaking of other directors, Danny Boyle, the director of Slumdog Millionaire, he's going to be directing the 25th Bond film. He has officially been confirmed, and the script is currently being written by Trainspotting screenwriter John Hodge. And production for Bond 25 begins at the end of this year, and is going to be released on November 8th, 2019. And this will be Daniel Craig's 5th and final portrayal of 007. I like this. Danny Boyle is a great director, and 007. I'm willing to see what he and Daniel Craig will bring to the table. Spectre wasn't all that, but I loved Skyfall. I think it's the best of the Bond films overall.
Really? So who would you say is the best James Bond?
That's a really good question. It's hard to say. I think it depends on your personal preference. Like if I really had to say the best James Bond in terms of like the charm and the charisma and all that, I would have to say Sean Connery.
I would say that too.
Yeah,
but I like Pierce Brosnan's look.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan nailed the character.
Yeah,
yeah. He would be probably my second.
I would say that too.
Yeah,
and Sean Connery was just legend. Sean Connery is just legendary.
Absolutely. Yeah. So Bond 25, man. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, it'll make up for Spectre. And we have another director helming a comic book film, Spike Lee. Spike Lee is looking to direct Marvel's Nightwatch for Sony Pictures. And Chio Hodari Coker, the showrunner for Luke Cage, he's in line to write the screenplay for Nightwatch. However, being that this is a Marvel Sony production, this will not be a part of the MCU. Mm-hmm. And for those who are unfamiliar with Nightwatch, Nightwatch is a relatively obscure 90s Marvel comic, and it first appeared in the Web of Spider-Man series. And Nightwatch is a character named Dr. Kevin Trench, who witnessed a superhero die in a battle with terrorists, and He rushes over to unmask the hero, and he discovers that the man in the suit was an older version of himself. So he steals the costume and takes on the identity of Nightwatch. And what's interesting is that the Nightwatch character uses a nanomachine-based cape, which has similar properties to Todd McFarlane's Spawn character, which appeared a year after the debut of Nightwatch. So it might be interesting to see how many comparisons between Spawn, visual comparisons fans will draw between that and Nightwatch.
I'm really looking at. Honestly, he actually looks like, from what he looks a lot like Spawn.
Yeah, Carl's looking at some Nightwatch pictures, and like the black and red color scheme in the cape, he looks almost exactly like Spawn.
Honestly, I have actually seen Todd McFarlane he posts like his original concept art for Spawn.
Yeah,
and it's pretty much just like it.
Oh wow! I mean,
cool looking character.
Yeah, I'd say.
It really looks exactly like Spawn.
So I guess depending on which comes first, Todd McFarlane's new Spawn film or this, maybe Marvel or Todd McFarlane have to make some enough visual changes, I guess. But that's going to be interesting. You know, they can't sue for copyright infringement technically, but yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, Spike Lee potentially directing Nightwatch. I'm looking forward to that if he can lock in a deal, because Spike Lee is one of our great filmmakers, and he always makes some interesting stuff. Even his bad films are still interesting enough to talk about. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Spike Lee can bring to the table in the comic book film realm. Also, some other news here. Jon Favreau, another good director, he will be executive producing and writing a live-action Star Wars TV series. So Jon Favreau, who's famously directed Iron Man 1 and 2, his series will be part of Disney's upcoming streaming service coming out next year. Because starting next year, Disney will be pulling all of their films from Netflix for their own streaming service. And Disney also recently acquired Hulu as well. Jon Favreau also joins Rian Johnson, who also directed The Last Jedi. Rian Johnson's also directing launching his own Star Wars film trilogy. And Game of Thrones showrunners David Benioff and D.B. Weiss will also be launching a Star Wars trilogy of their own. So, yeah, Disney is raking up the talent.
So, okay, one thing about Jon Favreau, he's going to be doing the Lion King, the live-action Lion King movie, correct?
Yes.
So, I work with one of my clients that I work with. I work one-on-one with him. Mm-hmm. His favorite movie is The Lion King. I have probably seen The Lion King 14 times in the past 2 weeks.
Wow. That's I love that movie, but that's a lot.
It is a lot. I literally just sit there, do my work and just quote it. But anyways, I'm watching I'm watching some of those scenes where like when Mufasa appears in the sky, and I'm just I would love to see that in CGI.
Yeah, that would be beautiful.
That and then the Stampede.
Yeah. Yo, that would be dope. Yo, and you know what? Even though, and it's got an interesting cast too, the Lion King remake with Donald Glover as Simba and Beyonce as Nala. I will say recently with the Lion King, on YouTube I watched the opener, the Circle of Life opening, which is in my view one of the strongest openings of any Disney film. Okay. And I don't know what came over me. I teared up. When I watched that.
Do some push-ups.
Yo, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older, but when I watched Rafiki, bless Simba with the coconut juice and the dust, and then he raises him up in Pride Rock, and then the music swells to the Circle of Life. I had a tear in my eye, man.
There you go, original concept art for Spawn.
Wow, that looks pretty.
I will post that on our social medias.
Yeah, but yo, I teared up, man, and it just speaks to the power of the Lion King film and how much of a classic it is. And
Jesus Christ, Victor, please tell me you're faking. Yeah, he's faking. Don't worry.
But if I watch that film again, man, I'll probably tear up again, man.
I did get some bad news about that movie though.
Oh, what?
They're taking out one of the classic songs.
Oh, which one?
Be Prepared.
Really?
They're taking out Be Prepared because they're going to have Beyonce do an original song.
Okay.
They could have both.
Yeah, it could. The Beehive strikes again. but yeah, man, it was a strong opening. And as a matter of fact, let me ask you a question. What do you think The Lion King is the best Disney animated film?
Yes.
Thank you. High five that. There, man.
Much
thank
better.
you. Yes. Because certain people I know personally claim that Aladdin is the best Disney animated film.
Not at all.
Not at all. I would put Aladdin as either number 2 or 3.
Let me ask you something. Name, other than Robert Williams, name 3 other cast members.
Cast members?
Yeah.
Oh, that's simple. Gilbert Godfrey. Let me look up a Wikipedia real quick.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Nope, you don't even need to.
Yeah.
You don't even need to.
That's true.
Lion King, everybody knows James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Jeremy Irons.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Weaver was Simba's singing voice. Matthew Broderick was adult Simba.
Yep.
Like Nathan Lane was Timon.
Yep.
Like you remember that? You
Yeah.
can't remember that.
Madge Sinclair.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Sarabi.
Yep. Yes. Yeah, man. There you go. And Beauty and the Beast. That will be my number 2 or 3. I'm still vacillating between that and Aladdin, because they're definitely in the top 5 Disney films.
You know what's crazy? Like I've never had any like desire to watch Beauty and the Beast. I do want to watch the live action one. It's on Netflix, and I just see it, but I'm like, watch it later, and just never cared to watch it.
I mean, watch the animated film. The animated feature was worth watching.
Well, my client actually has it in the room that I work with, but he never wants to pick it. He picks 3 movies.
Oh wow.
3 movies: Snow White, Lion King, and Toy Story, the first one.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's his rotation.
Yeah,
Dang.
he's autistic.
Okay, I understand. But yeah, man. Yeah, Jon Favreau, man. I like it.
He's doing it.
He's doing his thing. Also, speaking of Netflix, former President Barack Obama, he's AKA the People's Champ. He's going to be producing original programming for Netflix. The former POTUS is in talks with Netflix to produce a series of high-profile shows, with one potential series highlighting inspirational people and stories, and another proposed show featuring Obama moderating conversations on various social issues and political issues like healthcare, climate change, immigration, voting rights, etc. Also, former First Lady Michelle Obama will also create Netflix original content as well. And additionally, the Obamas have also been approached by Apple and Amazon about content deals. And Barack Obama also has a standing offer to be Spotify's, quote, president of playlists.
Think they'll get more than $500,000 money? Maybe.
I'd say like maybe around the same.
They ain't getting no damn $500,000.
Netflix could afford
Netflix
it.
will pay. Netflix will pay for some Barack Obama
Yeah, they'll pay them.
content.
They'll pay them more than Monique.
Oh, definitely.
And watch Monique complain about that.
She will.
Yeah. Speaking of that, have you seen her interview with on Breakfast Club with?
I did.
That was awkward.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I think like I could see why Monique was blackballed in the industry, because she's like her own worst enemy.
From what I've heard, yeah. And there's been a lot of people who have complained about it. She's just difficult to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, and like how. Yep.
Like I see her point. Like I think she should have asked for more, because she is a legend in her own right. But like a lot of it is like, what have you done for me lately?
That is true. Yeah.
It's like Dave Chappelle can sell out anywhere he wants. Mm-hmm. So can Chris Rock, and they're still doing their thing now.
Yeah.
Monique hasn't did a stand-up tour in like forever.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. The last movie I remember Monique was in was Precious.
Yep.
And that was what, like 10 years ago?
Almost. Yeah, 2009. Dang. Time goes by quick.
It sure does.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to original programming from Barry O. And speaking of which, you can actually catch his interview with David Letterman on David Letterman's Netflix show, which was actually pretty cool.
I knew David Letterman couldn't stay retired.
Yeah, he does like a monthly show. So he has like 3 so far.
Oh, shit, why not?
Yeah. And lastly, we got a couple of wrestling headlines here. One in which that I strongly object to for various reasons.
As you noted on our last episode.
Yep. Daniel Bryan has officially been cleared to wrestle again. So WWE officially announced today that Daniel Bryan has been cleared to return to the ring. It was stated that he was medically cleared by neurologists and concussion experts, including WWE's own medical director, Dr. Joseph Maroon. Bryan's last match was in June of 2015 when he suffered, surprise, surprise, a concussion. And so he retired the following April after an EEG test revealed slowing of brain activity, as well as a small subacute lesion in an area of his brain that causes seizures. Bryan has also stated that he would wrestle again elsewhere when his WWE contract expires in September if he were healthy and WWE would not clear him. Current speculation sees Bryan teaming up with Shane McMahon to face Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a tag team match at WrestleMania 34, but nothing has been confirmed yet. I don't like this.
I don't either. I'm very nervous about it. I don't want another Chris Benoit situation. I really don't.
Me neither. And like, I think with a person who has suffered as much concussions as he has, it's irresponsible for him to even want to step back into the ring.
It is. Not to mention, he hasn't wrestled in 2 years.
Yeah. So like and if he takes even a basic bump wrong, it's gonna be
wrap. It's a wrap. But I will say this though, with this news that has just surfaced today, SmackDown's gonna be fire tonight.
Oh yeah. With Daniel Bryan.
Oh, he's guaranteed he's opening the show.
Yep. I bet he's gonna get probably the biggest pop of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. More so than certain guys. Roman.
Jesus Christ, leave the guy alone.
Yeah. Oh, we'll get into Raw before we wrap up after we wrap up the headlines real quick.
Almost done. So.
But yeah, with Daniel Bryan, I really hope that I wish him all the best. I hope that he does have a healthy return to the ring, and if he does get another concussion, then I hope it's an automatic wrap. I hope they have it somewhere in his contract where if he gets even just one more injury, it's a wrap automatically. You don't get, that's it. Because WWE does not need the bad press.
No, they don't.
Yeah. And but we do have some good news though for the WWE fans. Mark Henry has officially been inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. The world's strongest man / sexual chocolate.
Oh, I knew that was coming up. Well deserved, though.
Yeah. Sexual chocolate. But yo, Mark Henry, man, 22 years in the game.
Hey, like I said, it's well deserved. My thing is with this one now is like during his speech, he puts it out there to induct Owen into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He's been a strong advocate for that for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there was actually one Raw like years ago where somebody just had to sign Owen Hart for WWE Hall of Fame, and he just grabbed it and just like walked around with it. Walked around the arena with it.
Oh, wow. No, that's what's up.
So that's what I want out of that one.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Because, Owen Hart should have been inducted.
Yeah, but it's his wife.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I can understand her bitterness, but at the same time, it's like, just... it's recognition of his.
It's just letting you know we appreciated Owen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like still to this day, like I have not heard not one bad story about Owen Hart.
No.
Except for a prank where somebody wanted to whoop his ass because of a prank. But
yeah.
But you sit back and laugh at. As a matter of fact, I actually heard there's actually a YouTube video where There was a wrestling event that was going on, and there was a comedian who was just roasting people, and he said a joke about Owen Hart. Mm-hmm. And Scott Hall was there, and back when Scott Hall was like not sober, and Scott Hall was ready to kill the guy.
Wow!
And it was all on video.
Dang. Yeah, I can understand that, drunkenness or not.
Yeah, there's like not one bad thing you can say bad about Owen Hart.
True. And like if he were still alive today, he would have been a former WWE World Champion.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah, he was on his way.
Yeah, man. So yeah, Mark Henry, world's strongest man, former world heavyweight champion too.
And one bit of news that we probably should have touched on. Well, we would have touched on last week, but Rhode Island weather sucks.
Yeah.
The women's battle royal, WrestleMania battle royal.
Yes. Yes. Apparently,
I shouldn't laugh at this.
Yeah, apparently WWE they did announce on Raw that they would have a women's battle royal named the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal, but due to immediate outcry amongst fans, and rightfully so, WWE quickly changed the name.
Oh, they did Damage Control.
Yep, they did Damage Control all the way, and they changed it from the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal to the generic name of the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. And so that Fabulous Moolah trophy that they made is going to be sitting in the warehouse, never to see the light of day.
I was going to suggest that they had already melted it
They
in hopes to mold a new one, probably named after Sensational Sherry.
Yeah, the sensational the Sherry Invitational or Sensational Invitational. I heard that was a cool name that some fan came up with.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot. It was either on a YouTube or a wrestling Reddit.
Yeah, but I think they would have to get a hold of a family just to use the name alone.
Yeah, that's true. And I think she was on good terms with WWE. So.
Yeah, she was in the Hall of Fame and then died a couple months later, which was sad.
Yeah, very sad. But yeah, I would say the Sensational Invitational or the Luna Vachon Memorial. I think Luna Vachon is very underrated too.
Oh yeah. And you know what? Probably one of the nicest, if you go onto my social media stuff, you see I met tons of wrestlers at one period of time.
Yep.
And Luna was probably one of the nicest ones ever. She hugged the shit out of me when I met her. But
yo,
yeah, she was such a sweetheart.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And her voice isn't really like that, by the way.
Yeah,
it wasn't really like that. It was a bit raspy, older middle-aged woman raspy, but
but not
still feminine.
not like death metal.
No, it wasn't that deep.
Oh, and speaking of which, real quick, as a quick aside, with Luna Vachon, if you go on YouTube and type in Luna Vachon promo against Sensational Sherry, 1992, I think it was SummerSlam.
Yeah,
she cut the most metal promo against Sensational Sherry with the full-on Luna Vachon voice and everything. My throat hurt watching her cut that promo.
Oh yeah, Luna was scary.
She was. Yo, just go on YouTube, type in Luna Vachon metal promo or Luna Vachon metal, and that promo will pop up. It's something to see. But
so it's just a promo, and they just put death metal music behind it.
No, it's just metal in the sense that she was the full on deep throat, raspy voice, cutting it like a death metal singer. It's wow. It's man, how do you not damage your voice every single time? But yes, Eddie, we will talk. But we were talking about this. We must talk about Monday Night Raw last night,
Jesus.
Specifically the canceled the rest of 2018.
Ultimate deletion.
Yes, the match of 2018. Forget Andrade Cien Almas versus Gargano. 5-star garbage. No, we're talking about 15 stars right here. The ultimate deletion. Yes, with Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy at the Hardy Compound, which closed off last night's episode of Monday Night Raw. This match was so good that Michael Cole had to issue an apology to the viewers beforehand. When he said that, we apologize for what you're about to see. Michael Cole was apologizing because for what we were about to see on free television. This was clearly a WrestleMania 34 caliber match. Forget Lesnar and Reigns, forget AJ and Nakamura, forget Undertaker Cena. This was a WrestleMania caliber main event, and I for one was blown away. The work rate, the ability between both men, the in ring. They put on a clinic all around the Hardy compound. Yes, they did.
So, you mean to tell me that you actually enjoyed the mower of lawns versus
the chair of wheels?
Yes,
I did. And because it was basically the spiritual successor to the final deletion from TNA between Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. which took place at the very same compound, and that was
it's Matt Hardy's house.
yeah, and that was actually, if you can believe it, even sillier than what we got last night. It was fun though, so I would say that the TNA match was fun, was more fun to watch, but I enjoyed Ultimate Deletion because I knew what it was.
I want that Matt Hardy money though. He got a giraffe.
He has an actual giraffe?
You didn't see him like hugged up on a giraffe, feeding a giraffe carrots?
I thought that was just like a promo. That
No, he owns a giraffe.
What? Yo, that makes him even Hall of Fame worthy right there. Hall of Fame.
Like, Jesus. That's all I can say. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, my only Facebook status for the Wrestling Fantasy Warfare group was feeling confused. Mm-hmm. Hashtag Ultimate Deletion.
Yeah. Yeah, like
I want those 20 minutes of my life back.
I mean, Ultimate Deletion, it's one of those things that makes pro wrestling so fun to watch because
I hope it was supposed to be bad.
It's silly. It's silly fun.
Yeah.
It's only in professional wrestling could that work.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Sharknado of the WWE.
Yeah. I mean this match was what the House of Horrors match wanted to be and failed miserably.
Well, at least the House of Horrors had great cinematography.
Yeah, it did. And even though it was basically a trap house located somewhere else. Well, maybe not a trap house, but
no, it was abandoned because the house was already like for sale.
Oh wow! Yeah.
So they just like rented the house for the night and like, hey, can we destroy this? Sure.
Wow. But yeah, Ultimate Deletion, it's one of those things that has to be seen to be believed.
Shout out to Nick Thomas. He said Randy Orton was somewhere watching that crying tears of joy.
I bet he was. Like, it has to be seen to be believed. Like, it's so stupid, it's brilliant. No pun intended. Broken brilliance. Hashtag.
There was a movie that you claimed that. Oh, well, I compared it to that was the Pootie Tang of wrestling.
Yes.
So bad that you just enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. The Pootie Tang of wrestling matches. Yeah. So, the Great War has seemingly concluded.
I haven't seen nothing that weird since Mulholland Drive.
Oh, man. I mean, we did see Vanguard 1, the drone, Senor Benjamin, and we did see the return of Brother Nero.
For like a quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Yeah. Brother Nero, I knew you'd come. Yeah.
I didn't think they was going to let him come because of the whole DUI thing that he got.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, man. But Ultimate Deletion, I think when we look back at 2018, we got to put that as like, it's got to be in your top.
It's going to be a Slammy Award, but it's just probably like a good laugh or something.
Absolutely. I mean, this is the House of Horrors match we deserved. But yeah, that was it. Oh, and also on Raw, Roman Reigns cut a terrible promo. But anyway, let's talk about Jessica Jones, our main topic.
Season 2.
Yes, Season 2. So if you have not watched Season 2 of Jessica Jones, which made its debut a week and a half ago on Netflix, please do so because it's an awesome sit. 13 episodes. Jessica Jones, Kristen Ritter, back again in the saddle as your favorite alcoholic private eye. This one takes place after the events of the first season with the death of Kilgrave, and it deals with Jessica Jones dealing with some deep-rooted trauma, not only from the events of season 1, but also her family past as well. And she's investigating the mysterious IGH organization, which gave her powers. And from there, the stakes get more realer, more personal, and more serious.
Now, my thing is it before or after Defenders?
I kept thinking it was after the Defenders.
That's what I was thinking too, because now word got around that there's superheroes amongst us. So I mean,
yeah, and plus they did reference Captain America, like Civil War and the Raft specifically.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into.
So spoiler warning.
Yes.
Yeah, we're about to spoil the shit out of this.
Yes, spoiler warning all throughout the shop. So we're going to be getting into Jessica Jones, our detailed thoughts of Season 2. So we'll begin with you, Carl. What did you think of this season?
Initial thoughts, I enjoyed it. I got very into it. I will say though, I think that season 1 was slightly better because of the fact that Kilgrave was just I still say he was the best villain of the Marvel Netflix series. Like Kilgrave was scary.
Yeah, he was. I agree.
Like Kilgrave and then Wilson Fisk has like a close second.
Yeah. What about Diamondback though?
I wouldn't even put I wouldn't even put. I'd probably say he's like, I guess number 4. Like,
yeah.
Kind of have to.
Well, yeah, above anybody in Iron Fist, but anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, go on.
Yeah, but like my top 3 would be Kilgrave, Fisk, and Cottonmouth.
Yeah, I agree. I'll roll with that.
Yeah, but yeah, like she discovers that her mother's still alive. You know, and she's actually like much more stronger than he is. Same powers, but then she's much more stronger and much more like, well, not much more, but she's just flat out crazy.
Yeah, deadly temper.
Yeah, deadly temper, definitely. So, she definitely does like go out to make her peace. I wouldn't even make her peace, but try to like get her answers.
Yeah.
Much more and battle that demon. So I mean, it's definitely good to like. It's a good origin story. Like an origin story that we never really got with the first season.
Yeah, that's true. It's like because with the first season, it dealt with it was all about like Jessica's trauma with Kilgrave.
Yeah. So it put together like it put together missing pieces.
Yeah. That
we didn't get from the first season.
Yep.
Like certain aspects of like how she got the name for Alias investigations, the little things like the leather jackets, how she got her powers.
Yep.
Because I mean, we eventually got that in Daredevil, we got that in Luke Cage, Punisher definitely, Iron Fist we got an explanation for it.
Yep.
So I mean, but we never had that for Jessica Jones.
That's true.
So it's like, we finally got those answers.
Yep. Yeah, and what answers they were.
Definitely.
For sure. And by the way, welcome Jennifer Green to the show.
Hey, babe.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely got some strong answers. Like what I really liked about this season 2, it was that there was no clear-cut villain, unlike season 1 with Kilgrave.
Right.
This one, like even the characters that were could rightly be called villains or evil, they had enough like moral shades of gray to them. Like you do feel sympathy towards them for what they're going through. Like for example, the biggest example being Alyssa Jones, who's Jessica's mother, and you see like how she lost her husband and her son in that fiery car crash, and she was burnt up head to toe, and she recovered through the gene therapy. So that's why her appearance alt was changed. So that's why Jessica didn't know who she was when she first met her. And seeing her strength, like Janet McTeer, who plays Alyssa Jones, like her performance was scary. Cause like just like even when she like started to like get her anger was starting to build, like you just felt like you just needed to like get up and like back up in your seat, because like she literally tore people apart, especially that one dude who was working for Price Chang, who was snooping around Jessica's office. Yeah, tore him up in that armor.
Oh my god, that was brutal.
Brutal. I mean, it was like a dog like ripping apart like a piece of meat to shreds. Yeah. And like her temper was just like scary.
Yeah, it was completely out of control.
Yeah, and like she was like a rabid dog that always had to be muzzled, always had to be like on a leash. And it was really interesting to see like her dynamic with Jessica, because like Jessica, you could see why Jessica is the way she is to an extent where Jessica, like she came close to living a normal life, like with her boyfriend Sterling, who was trying to come up with money for a club of his. That's where the alias came from, and they did some dirt, like she stole a leather jacket from a store, but unbeknownst to Jessica, like Alyssa was the one who killed her boyfriend, and she didn't know it. Right, like just straight pulp.
Just beat him to a pulp against a brick wall.
Yeah. And to be fair, like he was sounded like he was trying to pimp her out to those dudes.
Yeah. But it's like, we never even like, hey, did Jessica actually like believe that?
That's good.
That Sterling was going to do that?
Yeah, like I read that scene like maybe like he kind of said that to get them off his back, and then like he would tell Jessica after the fact, and maybe they could come up with a plan to like beat them once and for all.
Right.
But it never got there. And
yes, it is a spoiler segment, Kyle.
Yep. And also too, seeing Alyssa's relationship with that doctor,
Dr. Carl Malice. I'll get into that in my Easter egg soon.
Yeah, Carl Malice. Like at first, I expected Carl Malice to be like another Kilgrave, like one with like instant mind control.
Yeah.
But no, it turns out that like even though like his relationship is really creepy and like criminal, straight up criminal and off-putting, I thought that like I still felt a little sorry for him as well, and I. Only because like he was so devoted to like his experiments, like creating superpowered beings or heroes, and he also fell in love in his own way with Alyssa, and Alyssa fell in love with him. So like it was like a really twisted Stockholm syndrome relationship / one with a genuine that turned into a genuine
love. Yeah,
it was kind of icky, but it was like I understand it, but I don't like this, but I want to watch more. Yeah.
And you didn't want to watch it.
Well, wait, hold on.
I didn't want to watch the show.
Hold on. Now, to be fair, like I wanted to watch the show, but like I was caught up with some other things, you know, doing some other interests, you know, and like so I kind of had to binge watch the show. So it kind of felt like a job watching episode after episode, but I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
Yeah. It just felt like more of a job because I had to binge watch like at the last minute. That's all.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but I
like by the time you started, I was done.
Yeah,
which is a first.
Yeah,
with Vic, he would binge watch like he would knock out a show in like 2 days, and he's like, "What are you guys waiting for?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you have time to do this shit?"
Well, you know, other you know stuff pops up, you know, other fun stuff, you know. But yeah, so. But yeah, like their relationship was really creepy, and I thought that was real interesting.
Yeah, and there was one thing because did we actually ever go to a full review of season 1?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah, with the when the Harrison Maurice were co-hosts. You know, them two.
I was saying, did we actually? But there was actually a couple of things that I had to look up that because I was always curious of like where Malcolm's character came from. Mm-hmm. Well, it was actually Malcolm. His name was Malcolm DeCoste.
Yeah.
In the show, played by Eka Darville.
Yep.
His character was based on the character Malcolm Powder. Okay, Malcolm Powder was actually a high school student who was just a fan of Jessica Jones's. Okay. And he actually like broke into her house and started answering her phones and just kept saying. And, you know, Jessica kept kicking him out, and he just kept coming back, like, I just want to work with you. I want to work for you. I want to work for you. Mm-hmm. Eventually, she actually gave in, and he became Jessica's secretary.
Okay. Yep.
Where in the show, he became an assistant. Mm-hmm. No, associate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be technical with the terms now when it comes to work titles. Associate.
Yeah, looks better on the resume.
Exactly. And then there was another one too that I actually ended up learning that Jerry Hogarth, played by Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah.
In the comics was actually a man.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, he was actually a male character who was friends with Wendell Rand, which is Iron Fist's father, and he actually ends up becoming an attorney for the Heroes of Hire, which were Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
Yeah. No word. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I wonder if they're gonna continue that in the Netflix series somehow.
In a way, they're all connected. So
yeah, and but another character too in this season. What did you think of Trish Walker?
You've seen some more developments in her story as well. Like there was some plot holes from the first season and Defenders that we didn't get. Mm-hmm. That now a lot of them just came up. Like maybe it was mentioned in the first season, but I didn't know that she was like an addict.
Yeah, it was. I think it was either implied or outright stated that she did have a past with addiction.
But this time they actually like showed it.
Yeah, because her mom was like pushing her to be like this pop star when she was a kid.
Yeah, her mom was Joe Jackson her.
Yeah, Joe Jackson her, and like
and
she
still continued to Joe Jackson her as any chance that she got.
Yep, even pimped her out to that skeevy director who had some clues that she needed.
Yeah.
And so that kind of reminded me of the whole like Me Too movement, which is very on and popping nowadays.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny how they did incorporate that.
Yeah, with he's like, oh, you were 16, but you wanted it. I'm like, oh, guy, oh man, you should be in prison, dude.
Yeah.
but yeah, Trish though, she had a really interesting arc. Like there was the flashback episode which explored like her friendship with Jessica when they were teens.
Yeah.
And like she was just boozing it up, like pill popping it up, pretty much. That's like a spoiled, rich.
I guess like how some child actors end up.
Yeah, Todd Bridges,
Danny Bonaducci, the Coreys, I believe was on that stuff strong.
Coreys?
Like Corey Haim and Corey Feldman.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of them went through that stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Hollywood will chew you up, spit you out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you saw her going through her demons, and that also kind of explained how she was quick to inhale that super inhaler that Simpson had.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you don't even know what's in it.
But she saw what it could do.
Yeah.
And it also just shows this Trish. I almost called her Patsy, but she was like envious of Jessica because she had that. Yeah. She had those powers, and she's like, she always wanted it, but obviously she couldn't get it. It was like the one thing of Jessica, like she already had everything.
Yeah.
But it's like she didn't have that.
Yeah.
Was what she always wanted, and Jessica was like, "Yo, this shit ain't even worth it."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Jessica even had a taste of the superhero life and willingly walked away from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Trish, and plus combined with her eagerness to help people and do the right thing, she's like, yeah, I'll take this superhero inhaler thing, and she gets some super strength and some speed, and it's killing her though, and she just looks wasted and terrible, and then there's that part where she's shaking the inhaler and there's
nothing left, and she's just
yeah,
she went into a quick panic. You know?
Yep. And and she was actually on that stuff when she quit her show on the air.
Yeah.
She was like, this is bullshit. Everything is bullshit. This doesn't even matter.
Almost had a job and ruined it, but she ran out of the stuff at the same time. You know what? It reminded me of, you ever see that movie Limitless with Bradley Cooper?
I haven't seen that.
Really? I have it on Blu-ray.
Okay.
I should use it.
Yeah, is it good?
I love the movie.
Oh, nice.
I bought it on Blu-ray.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard that was pretty good. I haven't seen it.
It was.
Yeah. So it was that was a similar thing where
yeah, because what it was is he had the pill. I'm forgetting the name of the pill, but what the pill does is just enhances your senses and just enhances everything around you. Where you perform better, you think better, everything about you just gets better. And but you had to rely on the pill. You had to basically ingest it every day in order just to be that same person. And then when you're out of it and you relapse, it has some horrible consequences.
Oh, horrible side effects.
Side effects, yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I can see that. And I didn't know this until I finished watching, until I read the Wikipedia page of Jessica Jones. I didn't know that Trish Walker was actually the character Hellcat.
Yeah.
In the comics.
I'll get to that in the Yeah, you actually see we're gonna get a taste of that within the next probably next season of Jessica Jones, or maybe something, or maybe she'll probably end up in I doubt Luke Cage season 2, which I can't wait for. But yeah, whatever's next for the Marvel Netflix series.
Yeah. And I think it's gonna be real interesting to see how Trish and Jessica handle their former friendship, because at the very end when Jessica and Alyssa are on the run and they have that heart to heart on the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And right in the middle of Alyssa pouring out her emotions, pop,
bam,
headshot, and Trish was the one that did
Clean
it.
headshot, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, that was like my kind of beef, and I had the same beef. I had the same beef with the first season, where it's like Kilgrave would just snap the neck, and that was it. Like I felt like we was built up to like something. You know, I'm like, yo, if she's gonna go out, they gotta go out big.
Yeah.
And just
Yep.
nothing. Like I'm like, that's it. Like I wanted like a Scarface like death for her.
Yeah, I thought Alyssa's death. I thought that was actually handled right.
You thought so?
I thought so because she was just such a rabid dog that like I agreed with her dying because like she had to be put.
Yeah,
down
she had to be.
because-
Oh, Yeller.
Yeah, because she was a danger to herself and others. Like there's no like complete redemption for her, and Jessica Jones was too close to her to see.
He's
that.
actually with Dr. Carl, like dying, you know, killing himself.
Yep.
Who was going to be left to save her? Because
Yeah.
eventually, you know, the syringe that they used
Yeah.
to like calm her down, it would eventually run out. Mm-hmm. So it's like what was left? Like what was left? It would eventually run out. So she would like she had to be put down.
Yeah, and I can kind of understand Jessica's anger, even though I felt that she was too close to the situation to see it clearly. That like that detective Eddie Costa, he even told Trish like he always said like, oh, we got to do something in regards to her mom, Jessica's mom, and Eddie's like, well, you know, we all only have one mother.
Yeah.
You know, even if they're crazy. So even though Trish, even though she, in my view, she did the right thing by capping her. In a sense, it wasn't her call. It wasn't her right to make that call.
Right.
Because, you know,
Jessica was still
shot.
getting those. She was still getting those answers that she needed. She's still like she was. Whether like Alyssa was gonna die or not, that void that Jessica was missing was actually being fulfilled, and Trish took that away from her.
Yeah. So like she was the one who stepped in and was like, "Oh, I know more about this than you. I can handle this better than you can."
Yeah.
And that was presumptuous.
Yeah. You know what? You know what character actually stepped up to? Malcolm.
He did. Yeah, he definitely asserted himself too. He was like, because he was getting tired of being, you know, used by, or taken for granted by Jessica.
Yeah, and he was actually gaining some value, and it's like Jessica just didn't quite see it yet.
Yeah, like she wasn't really giving him his due props.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so like when he said that, you know what, I quit, and then I was like, good for you, man. Although I'm intrigued.
But you know what? They work so well together.
Yeah, they do. Even though they always butt heads, they always get the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that kind of puts him in an interesting position because he's working with Price Chang,
Right.
who are both working for Jerry Hogarth.
Right.
That's gonna be interesting. Maybe they'll get working to get dirt on Jessica Jones. And
Yeah, they'll probably turn into rivals, maybe. Or just, It's interesting where that can go.
Yeah, and speaking of Chang, I gotta say he's a terrible private investigator.
He was awful.
Yeah, like dude, you have your own business and yet you're getting your ass handed to you all the time. I don't get it, man.
He's kind of jacked too, and I'm just like, damn, I'm like, damn, you a bitch.
Yeah,
He's like the Crossbones of the Netflix series.
Yeah, he's just
He was like a cool looking character who just got his ass beat. He was just a waste.
yeah, just like muscles for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that like, oh man, maybe he does have superpowers. Nope. No, he's just getting ragdolled.
No. And lo and behold, he definitely did.
Yeah. And then that one part where he's trying to kill Alyssa from across the street in Jessica's office, missing those shots, and then like Alyssa sees him, he's like, oh shit.
Shit, like, yeah. Like instant rage just happened to her. Like that was just another moment of like, damn, this bitch really needs to get put down. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I was like, she really needs to get put down.
Yeah. Like if she kept living, there would be no happy ending.
None.
At all.
None whatsoever. Trish would have got. Trish's mama would have got. Malcolm would have got somehow, some way. And I don't even think they even crossed paths. No, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. And she damn near broke his shoulder. And all she did was push him.
Yeah. Just like a love tap.
Yeah. And you know what? And good for Malcolm, too.
Yeah. What?
Malcolm and Trish.
You know,
I didn't see that coming. I was like, wait, what? What?
I didn't see that coming either. I think maybe it's like from like one former addict to another addict. I think maybe that was their connection, but like I thought that came out of left field.
It did, and I was like, you know what? Good for him.
I don't know. I don't fully buy their. I think their connection, like, because they're both addicts. I think that's
And they were both on that stuff for the moment too.
yeah, that was true. So I think maybe they were both vulnerable.
But then, yeah, exactly, because remember, like that dude Griffin, Trish called it off with Griffin.
yeah, that which I don't think she needs to do that.
Nah, she couldn't get married right now.
Yeah,
She's got way too much going on, especially dealing with Jessica and stuff, where she still has that connection where she still feels the need to help Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like she still has too much on her plate to like really be committed into a marriage.
yeah, especially for someone like Griffin, who was like very much like a
Yeah, that would literally just only like trust me. Griffin, she saved you.
yeah, yeah. So, and also too, like I got. What about the story with Jerry Hogarth's character dealing with that
ALS?
ALS, and
I love how she referenced the freaking ice bucket challenge.
oh yeah, she did.
Those were fun.
Those were fun. But,
I did 2 of them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I understand why people were kind of a little salty about that, but you know, they were what they were.
It was fun. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious because like when they dunked water in the face, everybody's reactions to it. It was just they were funny videos to watch.
Yeah, and although I think the funniest one was 50 Cent's ice bucket challenge.
I didn't see his.
Well, his was more to Floyd Mayweather. If you can read one page of a Harry Potter book, I'll donate 10,000 to your favorite charity. Yeah, I wonder if he ever answered it. But anyway, with Jerry Hogarth, because like she was like harboring that nurse, that former nurse Inez,
I know,
who was injured by Alyssa when in the lab.
Yeah, those years ago.
Yeah, all those years ago, and she was homeless, and then like she was like a key player in the story. So Malcolm helped escorted her to Jerry Hogarth's, and I hated Inez. I hated her manipulative attitude. I hated her face. I just hated her personality.
But you know what? But she was being manipulated too.
Yes, she was.
By Shane, who was the quote unquote healer.
Yep.
Con man, so she was manipulated by him.
Yep.
So then Jerry, props to Jerry on this one. She's like, she exposed the truth to Inez.
Yep.
So Inez went in there, shot her, and he's like, I like to report him shooting.
Yep.
So I'm like, all right, well, the con man dies, and you go to jail.
Pretty much. And this was after she came home and found like most of her stuff stolen.
Yeah.
And
she was getting that revenge.
Oh, yeah, her revenge game is proper.
It is.
Like, and then like just the way that she so effortlessly conned Inez into like, this dude he does this to all the other women, and you're not his one and only, and all this guy getting right inside her head.
Yeah,
like a master manipulator manipulating another
that's
dude.
why she was like one of the best lawyers in New York.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like just
when in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, in the Marvel universe, like just when you it's like Roddy Piper's quote. Just when you think that you have the answers,
I change the questions.
Yep. So I was like, yes, Jerry, get it. So like, I like the fact that even though she has that terminal disease, that she's still rising above, doing her thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? I gotta say, shame on those lawyers for trying to oust her from the firm because of that.
And guess who came through and delivered? Malcolm.
Yup, he had dirt on her partners. Like one was closeted, who had a family of his own, and Lisa had some dirt on her.
Getting getting drug money.
Yep, laundering drug money.
Yeah.
So yeah, using that as leverage, she gets to start her own firm. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe we'll see Foggy Nelson come back and join her.
You know, it enjoys me whenever I see like them all come together.
Yeah.
Like, and there's only one person who's been in every single one of them.
Turk Barrett. Yo, I was because you know what? It was funny because as I was watching the Jessica Jones, I was like, I kept thinking to myself, there's one character I'm missing that I see in all these shows. Who is it? And then I see Turk Barrett. I'm like,
there it is.
Yo, Turk Barrett, like everyone's favorite, low level thief / dealer / your local neighborhood hookup.
Yeah.
Your local man's in them. He's got you. Yo, Rob Morgan, man. Yo, he's a good actor. I like seeing him.
But I think I gotta see. You gotta recommend something for me that he's in.
Mudbound.
He's in Mudbound?
Yeah, he plays one of the main characters.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I did want to see that after your review, and I just haven't had a chance to because I go to sleep to the office.
Mm-hmm. but yeah, it was cool seeing him again, and I also liked the character of Oscar Orocho, the new landlord. No,
what do you think of him as an actor?
I thought it was he was fine.
He was in the Tyler Perry show.
He wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in House of Pain.
Oh wow!
I used to like watching House of Pain. Like if I catch it, I'll still like watch it and enjoy it because it brings me back to that old feel of '90s family sitcoms.
Yeah,
that like was missing out of TV for a long period of time.
Oh yeah, true. Although you can just watch reruns of Martin.
You definitely can, but it was just something different.
Yeah. Even though it's Tyler Perry, so it's trash. But
that's just your hatred.
But I liked his character Oscar because he was a guy who was pretty much a dick, prejudiced against Jessica Jones because of her superpowers.
Yeah.
And a super prejudice against supers. Get it? But
but then he had that change. Yeah, he had that change of heart through his son Vito.
It's a good joke. Yeah. Oh yeah, Vito. He was very much a Captain America fan, into superheroes and all that.
Yeah.
And a nice Easter egg too. I don't know if that's among yours, but that painting he did, the painting they did of Jessica Jones, is actually a replica of one of the style of paintings on the covers that you see on the Jessica Jones graphic novels.
Oh really?
And trade paperbacks.
I was checking to see if
you
had it.
Yeah, like the visual style. I think it's it's David Mack who does the paintings.
Okay.
I could get the name wrong. I might have to look. But the paintings, the painting that he did of Jessica Jones was in the style of the covers from the trades.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, hey, that was a pretty good touch.
No, it definitely wasn't in my Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Anything you want to get into before I get into Easter eggs?
Yeah, it was David Mack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see another thing real quick. Just trying to think of some other things. Oh, fun fact: each of the 13 episodes were directed by women.
That I noticed.
Yeah,
I did notice that.
Yeah, I thought that was a really cool touch.
Yeah, David Mack is incredible. Great Daredevil stuff.
Yeah.
Did John Aponic just give a compliment to Marvel?
Well, in John's for John, he likes the Marvel comics more so than the movies. Yeah.
Okay.
Although with the Marvel, I would say, I don't know if it's just me, but with Marvel, I find it harder to find interesting Marvel comic stuff, especially newer stuff, than DC. DC has like a lot of interesting stuff with their rebirth.
No, there's some good stuff going on. That Punisher versus Daredevil is highly entertaining. There's a new Doctor Strange coming out. That's out. Damnation that I've really been wanting to get into. There's some good stuff out there.
Okay.
Phoenix Resurrection was okay. I think it could have been better. It could have been a lot better, but it was okay.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now.
All right, I'm gonna get into my Easter eggs real quick. So let's start off with, first of all, my Easter eggs are courtesy of a YouTube channel called Top 10 Nerd.
All right.
So that I came across. So the first one is the Ringmaster. Now the Ringmaster, who was okay. Let me see. Okay, in one of the early episodes, I want to say like episode 3 or 4, Jessica goes to see a hypnotherapist.
Yeah. And
his name was actually Maynard Tidball, who was played by Ben Van Bergen. I don't know if you know him.
I haven't. He doesn't look familiar.
Okay. Well, Jessica Jones goes to see him and later rejects him, but that was he's actually a lesser known Marvel villain named the Ringmaster who uses hypnotic mind control through a device that's on his hat.
Oh wow. Okay.
So that's who that character would end up becoming. The next one was Trish's outfit in episode 1 when she's singing at the birthday party.
Yeah.
It's actually a throwback to her early Patsy Walker comics when she was more like a teen idol.
Yeah.
So this was before when she became Hellcat.
Okay.
And also in episode 2, you see a Patsy Walker poster, and the letters are actually from those teen idol comic days.
Oh, sweet.
All right. The next one, there's actually a slight X-Men reference to it.
Okay.
Where in episode 4, Jessica Jones says, we prefer the term gifted when she's referring to her superpowers. Mm-hmm. So, and then gifted, the FX series, Charles Xavier's School for What?
Gifted Youngsters.
Exactly. So, damn, I'm going through these pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right. In episode 2, there's actually a Game of Thrones Easter egg.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, in episode 2, Jessica Jones goes into the bar Josie's, and if you look in the back, you'll actually see a Game of Thrones pinball machine.
Oh wow, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and there's actually been other Game of Thrones references in the other Netflix series, in which it kind of escapes me for right now. Another Easter egg was Dr. Carl Mallis, who was actually from the comics. He was actually a mad scientist who performed the experiments, much like Alyssa Jones, on people without their consent. Yeah. She actually becomes a part of the Frightful Four in the Spider-Man series, and I believe he actually creates the red symbiote that creates Carnage.
Oh yeah,
but he gets eaten by Carnage and then resurrected by the symbiote.
Huh. Okay.
So there's that, and then there was also other Spider-Man references where the Wizard played by Jay Klatz, Robert Coleman played by Jay Klatz. I probably said his name wrong. Excuse me if I did. He says, "With great power comes great mental illness," which was said by him, which is also with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
So then another one in like passing dialogue where Griffin suspects that Trish is in danger, and he says, "Oh, my balls are tingling." She goes, "Oh, there's a medication for that because of your there's a medication for that." And she goes, "Oh, because your scroty sense, Spidey sense." And then another one where Jessica and Alyssa were talking in the car about their powers, and then Jessica says, "If you say with great power comes great responsibility, I swear I will throw up on you." Tracing back to that famous Spider-Man quote.
Yep.
That cannot get out of every nerd's head.
Yeah.
The next one is actually an Infinity War reference.
Oh, really?
Okay, now Vito is actually, which was his name Oscar?
No, Vito is Oscar's son.
Yeah, Oscar's son, right.
Yeah.
So he's, and his Captain America figure is actually missing its shield, just like Captain America is missing his shield right now in the MCU movies.
Oh, okay.
And then he said that he made a new shield by using magnets, which was a reference to Captain America, with a reference to a later shield that Captain America got in the 1960s comic books. That possibly may happen in
Infinity War.
In Infinity Wars, because Captain America gets a new shield.
Yep.
All right. The next one is Wizard. Now, Robert Coleman, the character Robert Coleman, played by Jay Klatz, shows up as a potential client for Jessica Jones and claims that he was a speedster. He has speedster powers, and the kids gave him the name of Wizard. Well, Wizard was actually an older Timely Comics character when Marvel was called Timely Comics, and he actually fought alongside Captain America in World War II.
Oh, okay.
And he actually got his powers. Okay, this is actually a insane possibly rather stupid origin story. He actually got his powers from a blood transfusion from a mongoose in order to combat a cobra bite.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. Yep. And also, if you notice that his civilian, the original wizard, his his civilian name was actually Robert Frank. And if you notice that Robert Coleman was wearing a yellow jacket, which was the same color as the original costume of the wizard.
Okay.
And then finally, which refers to the wizard, if you notice that when Jessica Jones broke into Robert Coleman's apartment after he died, he has a pet mongoose.
Oh, that's right. He does.
Tracing back to, and what's funny is that tracing back to the origin story. And what's funny was that his pet mongoose was Emil, which was the name of Robert Frank's father, who performs. Yeah, Dr. Emil Frank, who performs the blood transfusion with the mongoose.
Oh, okay.
I'm the wizard.
Huh. Wow. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. So that's it for my Easter eggs.
Now, I will say with the wizard, like the effects of him like running, the visual effect looked pretty silly. But I will say Wizard is a better character than the DCEU Flash. I'll say that. Like,
You didn't see him. He only lasted, what?
I mean,
2 episodes, was in a total of, 5 minutes?
yeah, but I prefer Wizard over Ezra Miller's Flash any day of the week. Fight me, John Haponik, on that.
Oh, my God. You love pissing them off, don't you?
Yeah, and it was a better visual effect of him running really fast than the Flash is like, than Ezra Miller's. Yeah.
All right.
Better.
Okay. Any final thoughts on Jessica Jones? Because I just got an alert that said Daniel Bryan will kick off Raw. Kick off SmackDown.
Final thoughts. I say it's a really good season. I'd say it's just slightly below season 1, only because like there's not a clear compelling villain, but I still say it's very close in quality. So like if I give Jessica Jones like the first season like a 5 out of 5, I give this one a 4.5 out of 5.
That sounds fair. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to question of the week real quick. Question of the week was for last week was what fictional character's name would you write in your death note? Now, damn, we didn't get nothing on Instagram. I knew I had something.
Fictional characters.
I remember you said Daryl.
Yeah, Daryl from The Walking Dead.
I can't remember who I said.
Dallas Cowboys.
It definitely wasn't that. Jerk. Oh, man. Afterlife Ghosts. Oh, and rest in peace to Toys R Us.
Yeah, man. Oh,
Right inside.
that's an institution of my childhood, dude.
Yeah.
Man, Warwick, Rhode Island will never look the same.
It won't.
Yeah, my whole life, every time I would drive past that Toys R Us, man, when I enter Warwick, now it's gonna be gone.
Okay, real quick. All right, we got some. Yeah, we got some response on our Facebook. So Eric Silva says Tom Brady.
Of course.
And he said yes, and yes, he is fictional because he's a fake bitch.
Oh man.
And Marcus Williams says Vegeta.
Vegeta from DBZ.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this week's question of the week: who do you think should be the next Marvel Netflix series?
I love that question.
I already said Moon Knight.
Moon Knight.
I think he would be very interesting.
Next Marvel series on Netflix. What should it be? Oh man. Oh God. Oh man. Oh God. Oh man. I have to really think about that one for a moment. So explain why Moon Knight though, while I think.
He just seems like an interesting character, and he seems pretty dark enough that would just fit into that Netflix portion of the Marvel universe. So yeah, that's why I choose Moon Knight.
Okay. Deathlock already appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., right?
Yes.
Dang. Marvel.
That would be bad. Shut up, John.
Wait, what he said?
It's a good call. Good call. Good call, Carl. Moon Knight would be awesome. Too bad it would be bad.
Oh, John's...
that's trolling though.
Yeah, John's just salty because he doesn't know what good, consistent quality looks like for DC.
By the way, Justice League, lowest grossing DCU movie.
Oh man, that's awesome. So congratulations.
Go ahead, swim and fail. Go ahead and continue to swim in failure, John.
Yeah, Justice League, lowest grossing DCEU film to date. Black Panther, highest grossing MCU movie to date. Life balances itself out, man. You know, you gotta love it.
All right.
Marvel characters. I'm just doing a Google search right now because I was like, who hasn't been covered already? You know?
Yeah, I know. There is a lot.
Let's see. I'm doing a Google search right now. I would say, you know what? I'm gonna go with Miss Marvel.
She's actually she's gonna be in a movie. No, Miss Marvel. I'm thinking Captain Marvel.
In a movie? Captain Marvel? Good.
We're actually recording right now.
You're on camera. Get out, please. Thank you. I would say Miss Marvel, which is different from Captain Marvel. So we have Captain Marvel, but then we have Miss Marvel. So I would say Kamala Khan's version as a Netflix series.
That could work.
Yeah, it could work. Something more kid friendly. Ideally, I would like to see a Miles Morales version, but Sony still has the rights, so we ain't gonna see that. So you know what? Oh, I have one. She-Hulk. A She-Hulk Netflix series, it could work with the quality of writing that we've seen. As long as it's not the quality of Iron Fist or Defenders, we'll be straight.
It was a rushed mess. I think.
So I'm gonna say Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, or She-Hulk for a Netflix series for Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll be on the social medias real soon, within a day or two. Also, you can email us at quarterspinepodcast@gmail.com, and you can find us everywhere: SoundCloud, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, iTunes. You can leave us a 5-star review so we can move up and improve on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and follow us on social media, right? Like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Google Play.
All right.
I think you mentioned YouTube, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and SoundCloud and all that. Yeah, so you can find us everywhere. And tune in next week. We will have more nerd goodness on the docket, and as always, we will catch you on the flip. So, peace out, nerds.
Later.